Well, this heat wave in the UK seems to be going on forever, and frankly I can't bear the heat outside, so I've come into my nice cool dark games room to do a couple of game reviews, the first of which will be coming up in a moment. But first I want to just show the latest copy of Retro Gamer magazine, which is out in stores now, I would have thought. And in there, of particular interest if you're interested in Mastertronic, is a very extensive article about Mastertronic by Graham Mason, who happens to be a friend of mine. Hello Graham. So there's 6 pages there, I think, on the Mastertronic games, with interviews with some of the staff that worked for the company and so on, so that's worth checking out. Now on with the reviews, and first up today I'm going to take a look at a game of which there's only one on the Commodore 64. I'm not sure if they did any more on some of the other computers, but as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit stumped by all this. But anyway, it's a Master Adventurer title. Don't even know how to pronounce it. It's called Se-Kaa of Assiah or something like that. This was the only game, as I said, that was done in this style of packaging on the Commodore 64. So let's have a look at it. So as I said, this is unique packaging for the Commodore 64 release. You can see at the top there it says Master Adventurer. It's got the logo for the game and a picture of a rather sinister looking chap with a green background and a red sun, and it's got the normal Mastertronic logo at the bottom, and it says a 2-program cassette with 96k of memory. Not quite sure how they got to 96k, but there you go. If you look closely at it, it does have some grid style branding, especially on the spine. It's more obvious. You've got the red grid, and you can see that it says MC001 for the catalogue number, which doesn't keep with any of the other games and their catalogue numbers. Got the logo on the spine of course as well, and on the back you've got loading instructions and more of that red grid style packaging. Inside we've got a bit of an intro. It says, legend foretells of great powers to be gained if only one brave warrior can penetrate the mighty fortress of the Dark Hordes. Step forward, brave Se-Kaa, or whatever his name is. Basically it's an adventure game, and the package contains 2 48k programs on 1 cassette. Looks like this could be a long review then in that case. And there's the screenshots and the Master Adventurer logo at the top. Again, this packaging is quite unique, so we've got a couple of screenshots and some familiar names there for text adventures done by Mastertronic, Les Hogarth and Clive Wilson. Inside it's completely blank. Here's the title screen then, nothing much to say about it. It's got a flashy Se-Kaa of Assiah logo. It says by Les Hogarth and Clive Wilson. It says Mastervision at the bottom. I don't know whether that's a decision by Mastertronic to try and distance it from their normal budget games or what, but there you go. That's not what it said on the inlay, so whatever. And it says, do you want to restore a previously saved game? Which I can't because I've never played it before. So, no. Press no and you get this horrible, messy, ugly set of graphics and a bit of text. It's a bog standard text adventure. It doesn't have any of the features that some of their later games by Clive Wilson and Les Hogarth had. Pretty much just the usual north, south, east and west movement and the usual sort of commands. So as you can see, I'm in a village. There's no music or sound, by the way. So the only sound you're going to hear for the next few minutes is me, and it will only be a few minutes because I'm not really interested in the slightest. So, as you can see, far to the south can be seen the ramparts of an ancient castle. Let's go south. You go south and face south. Go south again. And again. And eventually you reach the door of the castle. The entrance to the Castle of the Dead. So let's try go south again. Castle doors are closed and locked. So let's try open door. You can't open the door. Already annoying. So, but now this is the really strange part about this thing. When you go north, you move away from it again, but you carry on facing south. So I thought, oh, maybe you have to turn around. So I tried things like turn around. That will get you nowhere. Face north. Try something else. Basically, you just seem to stay facing south the whole time. So anyway, moving on, I'll go west and face south. Go west again. And I don't know what that is, it just seems to be a bit of a roof or something. Let's try going north. Not much to speak of really. Can't go any further north. Can't go any further west. Let's go east. East again. Back to where I started. East again. By the way, other commands I tried on my first go through. Inventory, you can do that, you're carrying nothing. You can do the usual look and examine and things like that. Okay, so I'll go west again. Oh no, hang on, I meant to go east. And east again. I'm still facing south. Nothing really seems to be happening. Can't see anything to pick up or do. Can't go any further east now. So I don't really know what to do. Oh, interesting. Just as I was about to give up, I've suddenly been awarded or presented with the gift of a staff. Better take it, I suppose. There we go, it's gone off the screen. Let's have a look at it. The staff appears to have a tiny stud located near the tip and a golden ank at one end. Fair enough, not quite sure what purpose that serves, but it's just about giving me encouragement to move around a bit more. But not much. Now I have read on the internet, of all places of course, that it is possible to get into the castle by sliding the door. I don't know if you first have to get something that allows you to go, oh I can't go that way, okay. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to try this, see if I can get in the castle, and if I can't then I'm going to give up because I really can't be bothered with text adventure games. Nope. That must be something later in the game. Okay, so basically it's text adventure with graphics that aren't very good. Apparently there's another adventure on the other side of the tape, so in the interests of completeness I will load that up and take a quick look at that, but don't expect any better kind of review. So I've flipped the tape over onto the other side. I've had 3 or 4 attempts at loading, can't get it to load. This is as good as it gets, which to be honest isn't much different to a text adventure anyway. Needless to say, I'm not a fan of text adventures, as you'll already know from my previous reviews. So I'm not a fan, so I'm not going to say it's worth $1.99. You might think it is, and it might have been, had it had the games loading off both sides successfully. 2 text adventures for £1.99 would be a reasonable sort of a deal, I imagine, but not for me.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
2, 1, 0.